Deleting Instagram won't help because you'll find a new addiction within seconds. How many times have you deleted Instagram and then instead of scrolling, you go and play Clash Royale or you go on YouTube Shorts instead? You see, when we get rid of a bad habit, we make space for new habits. And unless you fill that space yourself, your brain will find a new addiction that it can latch onto, even though you know it's rotting your life away and even though you're trying to quit. I haven't scrolled on Instagram in over 700 days, and I'm going to show you how to stop scrolling so you can start living the life that you want. And step number one is short term over long term. You need to fix this problem now, not tomorrow. Follow what I'm about to say very carefully and do every single step in order. So first, you need to download the Chess app on your phone. Then set up your account and make sure everything's good to go. Then we're going to uninstall all the social media apps that you want to quit. So Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, whatever you want to quit, uninstall all of them. And where they were placed in your home screen, put the Chess app in that spot. So if you had Instagram on the right hand side of your home screen, put the Chess app on the right hand side, and I'll explain why in a second. Do this for every single app. So TikTok, Reddit, fucking whatever you are using, Chess should be on your home screen, literally fully on there. The reason for this is muscle memory. So the next time that you mindlessly pick up your phone and you're kind of like on autopilot, you're not really controlling yourself, you just pick up your phone and you usually just randomly end up on Instagram. Now you're randomly going to end up on Chess. Muscle memory is kind of like a video game. So if you've ever played a game like a long time ago and then you come back to that game recently, you will be thinking to yourself like, fuck, I don't even remember the controls. But as soon as you pick up your controller, your fingers like already know what to do randomly. That's called muscle memory. Your brain has done something before and it starts to randomly remember the things that it was doing. So whenever you pick up your phone, you are accustomed and you have the muscle memory to go on Instagram whenever you're bored. But what's going to happen is Instagram's no longer there. Instead, it's Chess in every single slot where there was social media. And that means that as soon as you go on Chess, your brain has this weird realization of like, wait, why the fuck am I on Chess? I thought I was going on Instagram. And then you think to yourself, oh shit, I quit scrolling. Just that little pattern interrupt is what's going to help you quit scrolling forever. Because at this point in time, you're probably an addict and you've probably spent like 3-4 hours a day scrolling on Instagram. And what we have to do is take your brain out of that pattern of going on Instagram whenever you're bored. And previously, if you've deleted Instagram, you usually have something else that you resort to. But if we get rid of all of your options and we only make one option, which is playing chess, then all you can do is go on Chess and play chess. And listen, chess isn't the most productive fucking game that you could play or the most productive thing you could do instead of scrolling, but it's much better to play like a 5-minute game of chess than spend 3 hours scrolling on Instagram and frying your dopamine. You can clearly understand how scrolling is really fucking bad for you, and playing a few games of chess is actually fun and kind of productive because it kind of makes you smarter and it kind of like gives you a little bit more respect. You know, you've got your ELO on chess, it's a little bit more competitive, you've got a little bit of status. It's just much better in the short term. So before we move on to the next step, I recommend chess for a reason. Not Clash Royale, not Clash of Clans, not any other fucking game. Play chess. That's how I did it, and I stopped scrolling instantly. When I downloaded chess and when I started playing chess, I never touched Instagram ever again. I got rid of it and I never downloaded it ever again. It's that fucking simple. Chess is competitive, it requires mental energy because you're actually trying to beat an opponent on the other side of the fucking world. And if you play rapid games, it only takes a few minutes for the games to pass anyway. So if you're taking a shit, and if you usually would scroll on Instagram and you'd spend like an hour in the toilet scrolling, as soon as you finish one game of chess, you then realize yourself like, oh fuck, my game of chess is done. Why would I even bother sitting here? It's not, you don't fall down this deep fucking rabbit hole of playing multiple games of chess because it takes more mental energy and eventually you get like a little bit tired and frustrated because you keep fucking losing or something. You can't fall down a dark rabbit hole of playing chess, but you can fall down a dark rabbit hole of playing Instagram. That's why I recommend chess. So to recap, step 1 is only there to quickly pattern interrupt and get you to stop scrolling instantly, but step 2 is how we're going to make sure you never relapse ever again. I started playing chess and I randomly found that it was more fun to play chess than to scroll Instagram. But in the long term, for me to never scroll again and for me to never relapse, I had to find something else to do. Something that I want to do even more than playing chess and even more, of course, than scrolling on Instagram. I had to find a goal, a mission, or a purpose, something that I wanted to do with my life other than fucking rotting away scrolling on Instagram. And so I want to give you a quick example of this. Imagine if you had an app on your phone that every single time you pressed your home screen, you got, I don't know, £10 or $10. Instead of scrolling, you'd be sat there pressing this app because it was more worth it to you. You'd rather have the money than the little bit of dopamine from scrolling. You need to find something equivalent to the app that makes you money. If you were able to print money by just clicking your phone, kind of like cookie clicker, you'd have a reason not to scroll because you'd have a bigger reason to do something else. So you have to find an alternative to scrolling. Just how like chess is an alternative to scrolling, you have to find something even bigger than chess if you never want to relapse ever again. Because the truth is, chess is a great solution short term, but you're going to eventually get bored of it and you need something else to sustain you, a goal or a mission that you want to achieve. Something that gives you more joy than anything else. So what could that be? What do you actually want to do with your life? What's going to give you so much more joy than scrolling on Instagram? What's going to make you have such a pleasant experience in life that you would never want to rot away ever again? Would it be making more money? Would it be starting a business? Do you want to spend all your day in the gym? Like, what's going to give you joy? Do you want to travel? Do you want to make new friends? Do you want to paint? Do you want to fucking build stuff? What do you actually want to do that gives you joy? You've probably never actually thought about this. You don't even have any ideas of things that you want to be doing. Look, you don't even know what gives you joy. And chances are the only joy you've actually really had was from Instagram reels or fucking memes that you saw. And I want to ask you a question, and I really want you to think about this. If a man spent his entire life eating oranges, like imagine a man that has spent his entire life eating only oranges, no bananas, no apples, no meat, no nothing, only oranges. If he got hungry, what food do you think he would think about? And look, he's never eating anything else. He's only ever eating oranges. So what do you think he'd think about when he was hungry? He'd think about oranges. You are like the man who's only ever had oranges. You've never had any other types of fun. You've never had any other types of joy or pride or accomplishment. The only things that you know are the oranges, are the memes, are the reels, are the shorts, the fucking TikToks. That's all you know. But if you experience life a little bit more, and if you have more experience under your belt, and if you fucking live a little, you start to realize that actually the world has bananas, apples, meat, cherries, strawberries, all this other shit that could be giving you joy. Oranges aren't the only thing there is. But you spent so much of your time confined to oranges, confined to this one thing, that you've never made any money in your business, you've never built a physique that you're proud of, you've never won a combat fight, you've never built something that you actually care about, and the only fun you know is consuming content. All you know is eating oranges. So you might be asking, okay, well, how do I fix that? How do I have more experiences? And you already know the answer. You know the answer, but you're fucking avoiding it. This is why you're watching this video. If you want to have more experiences in life, then you have to live more. You have to do more things. And most of you motherfuckers are going to start clicking off this video because you've realized that actually, to stop scrolling, all you have to do is do more shit. And it's really not that fucking complicated. But you keep going from one video to the other, hoping that I'm going to tell you some fucking secret about never scrolling again, or I'm going to show you some secret hack or something. But you've already known the answer. You know what you have to do if you want to stop your addiction. You just have to do something else. Do something that you'd rather do. Go outside more. Do more random side quests with your friends. Do anything. Just live your life more. And then accumulate those experiences. And after you accumulate a few experiences, you'll be able to sit back and look, okay, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this. Which one gave me the most joy? Which one would I like doing? Or maybe you just like finding new experiences. And then you can revolve your life around finding new experiences. And think about it. If all of your life was spent doing the one thing that you wanted to do, then you wouldn't even have time to scroll. It wouldn't cross your mind. One of the real reasons that you scroll is because you have nothing else to do. Your brain is bored, and the only thing it knows to cure the boredom is scrolling. So all you have to do is find something to cure the boredom. Find something that you'd rather do. And if you're still struggling to choose something, and if you don't know what to decide on, then join the Discord, at me or DM me or at one of the boys in the Discord, and we'll go on a call with you. We'll hold you accountable, and we'll make sure that you pick the right thing. And if you don't want to join the Discord, if you don't want to hang out with the boys, with people who are on the same fucking path as you, with friends that are actually like you, then just watch another video. Goodbye.